Okay, so I haven't had a chance to record a lot this week, and um, really busy with tons of stuff, good stuff. So Friday, I went to a 2 year celebration of a friend of mine. She celebrated 2 years clean. It was amazing. I love celebrations. It gives inspiration and hope to people that the program works, that people can stay clean. And I've known her for a long time, since I first moved to Binghamton. And when I relapsed last year, and I went to New Horizons, she came in inpatient to speak with H&I, which is hospitals and institutions. They bring NA meetings into facilities, and to see her doing so well was amazing, and to see that she's still moving forward and still not using is amazing. I'm so proud of her. So we went through that, which was awesome. I love celebrations. And then after the celebration, this was an amazing time too. A bunch of us from the meeting went to the Skylark and had dinner. This is one of the things that I love about the program is the fellowship afterwards. It was one of the first times I went out with that group of people for dinner, though, and it was so fun. It was so funny just to be silly. And I'm sure the other people in the restaurant probably thought we were high because we were laughing and having such a good time. But to be able to experience all that stuff clean is, I've shared it before, like, better than any drug I've ever done in my life. To be able to laugh and have fun, and I mean, true fun with true friends is an amazing feeling. So, yeah, so that was Friday night. Saturday, Saturday I just, kind of hung out. Didn't do much. A friend of mine, struggling. There's a couple of my friends that are struggling. This sucks with this addiction is that, just you think the people are doing good and that are involved, and even the people that ain't, you know what I mean? The struggle is real, and it's sad. It's so sad, and unfortunately one of my defects is I want to save everyone, you know? So, and unfortunately I can't. I just can't. Doesn't mean I don't try, but it's definitely a letdown when, you reach out. But one of the things they tell you in the program is that they'll get you high before you can get them clean. So you have to let that, whoever, even for me, like when I was using, nobody could tell me anything, I had to come to it on my own through life lessons, but not everyone learns them. Some people lose their life before they get the lesson, unfortunately. Took me a long time. I'm still learning lessons, though, but one of the biggest things, as long as I don't use, then if I don't pick up the first one, I can't get high. Life's going to happen, and there's going to be ups and downs, but, just the way it is. And I've had my ups and downs. I mean, like emotional roller coaster. One of my problems is once I get clean and get a little bit of clean time under my belt, I don't know, I start to, my addiction comes out in other ways, like, oh my god, my eating. I was in jail for a while, and one of the things we ate there were jailhouse burritos, right? And I swear to God, when I got out, I wasn't going to eat another one, but I'm addicted to them. It's very sad to say, but that's what I do. I tend to find something that my addiction, I obsess about one thing, right? For a while, it was chicken wraps. I would eat them every day, twice a day. Now they're burritos. It's kind of funny, actually, how ironic. And relationships. Oh yeah, big one. Big, huge one. Because it's like getting high without getting high, to feel wanted by other people, to feel good, something outside to try to fill the inside, Yeah, but I want to be, as much as I want a relationship, I want to be in a relationship because I tend to think that completes me. Because I don't want to be alone. It's one of my biggest fears is being alone. And my addiction is in my ear telling me, that's the only way I don't feel alone is to be in a relationship, and it's the complete opposite. I have to get myself healthy in a healthy place to bring something to a relationship. You know, I was talking to a fellow addict, and like jealousy in my mind was a way that someone showed that they cared about you and loved you. That's how distorted my perception of a relationship is. A lot of it was the stuff I seen, you know, from my childhood, the way my parents' relationship was, and not healthy, very dysfunctional. Um, I don't know. Patience is hard for me. Like, I want what I want when I want it. I want it now. I want instant gratification. Like, even when I'm trying to get into the halfway house, like, I want to hurry up and get in there. I want to get through the process. And don't get me wrong, I'm frustrated because I want to get there, but, it's not on my time. It's on God's time. And it's always me trying to put my will in there. Like, I want to do it now. I want to get through the steps now. You know, want to be further along, and I want a job, and I want all these things, but one of the things is I keep, trying to realize is it's not about, there's no finish line. And if I'm trying to hurry up and get to some place, I'm missing the whole experience of the journey in between. And that's what life is experiencing the journey in between, the day-by-day things, and being grateful for the little things. And one of the ways I was able to be grateful this weekend, I went into the ACC, and with H&I brings NA meetings in there too. And to see where people were, I remember being at the ACC. It was a year ago, actually, last November, last Thanksgiving. I spent 10 days at the ACC last year at Thanksgiving. So to see people, in the early stages of getting clean and their struggles, made me very grateful for where I'm at today. I have a safe place to live. I'm clean. I'm involved. Things are good right now, and to see the people in the beginning stages and struggling, it keeps it real for us people who have a little bit of clean time, a lot, and that's one of the things you'll hear. A lot of people that have like 20 years clean even will say the newcomer is definitely the most important person at any meeting, but when you hear them and see their struggles in the beginning, it makes it fresh in your mind to where you were to where you're at now. It's very important to keep it in the forefront of your mind where you're at now and where you were, because we get complacent and think, oh yeah, I don't need to go to meetings anymore. And like I didn't, there was a meeting today at 12, and I was like, I don't really want to go, blah blah blah. But I made myself go. It's so important to realize the things that you don't want to do are probably the things you should be doing. So when I fight it in my mind about doing my journaling, I try to force myself to do it. I don't know why it's so hard for me to journal. It seems easier talking to the camera by myself than it does to journal. I don't know if putting it on paper makes it more real for me, or I don't know why I struggle with that. So yeah, the ACC was good. It was very, I don't know. Well, I knew a lot of people in there too, which was very sad for me to see. Some people that were at the halfway house and actually had relapsed, and some people I knew from the Y and stuff like that. And then just in meetings in general, I was in jail with one girl that was in there struggling to stay clean. It's sad. It's very sad, unfortunately. But one of the other things that I did this weekend was Sunday. I went to church and got to experience an amazing service with my pastor. One of the reasons I love him so much, and there's many reasons, but one of the biggest things, like when he does his sermons, he includes himself in that. And he's funny, and and he shared some life experiences he had with losing his son, and he cried, and then of course everyone else was crying, and but it just makes him more like us. It makes us feel equal too in so many ways, and like I don't know, it was amazing to see it. It was packed there, and to feel connected to church. I've never felt that connected or close to anybody in the church area. When I was younger, I went to Catholic church, and not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not for me, So I tend to struggle with that, but I was able to find myself in that church and to feel part of so many ways, and especially to have one of the pastors there being in recovery also was it was amazing to have someone to relate to. And then after that, I went to the Girls World Expo, and we had the I'm Dope Without Dope table set up there, and it was amazing. We raised over, I don't know, $100, $120, I think, selling stuff to, go towards our Sober Social Club that we're trying to do, which, again, is so important. Like today, I was hanging out with my friends, and after the meeting, and we're like, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? There's nowhere to go to hang out. Like, we went to the library, but that's not fun to sit there all day at the library and do nothing, So that's why I think it's so important to create a place so people can go and have fun and do stuff, because people tend to isolate when there's nothing to do. They just sit in their house, and that's such a bad place to be in recovery, is isolation. Definitely not a good place, So the expo was fun. There was a great DJ. There was